And when you take lessons with Chase, you can turn a scrub pitcher like me into an ace. And due to this sweltering heat, the Vikings of North Posey High School are taking their practice from the turf to their indoor practice facility to keep their student athletes safe. And the golf pro here at Victoria National promises you'll see plenty of PGA pros and some great shots. And we begin the night with a sit-down with an Owensboro sports legend who's now watching from the sideline as his son competes for an NBA championship. And Joe's now leading the state in passing yards and passing touchdowns with more than 3,000 yards through the air and 52 total touchdowns. And this on-field excellence has been passed down from father to son.
I did coach him.
We're nearing winter and it's now officially turtleneck season. But though it's cooling off outside, the Panthers are looking to remain hot on the field as they hosted the McCracken County Mustangs in this first round playoff matchup. And when you come to Owensboro Thoroughbreds games, the players promise you'll see great basketball and highlight plays. Tyler told me he hopes to continue scoring for a D1 basketball school in the future and also wanted to give a shout out to Pappy Chad, Queen Momsey, and Old Man Chubbs. The Panther ball again, play action fake, and Joe finds the slanting Isaiah Tomes. Tomes secures it, and he's off to the races. I've got my money on the 5-horse, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, one man to beat, and he does it. Panthers pouncing, leading this one 14-9 at halftime. The ball in Humphrey's hand, and you know what he's doing with it. He airs that one out to a streaking Decker Renfro. Renfro coming down with it, and he puts the brakes on the Marshall County defender and heads to the end zone. Deuces up, and the Panthers roll on. He dumps a short one outside to Max Dees. Spin move drops one, whoop, sidestep dropping a second, and whoop, 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 and the fleet-footed senior dropping 4 Devils on that 20-yard gain. This 14-year-old looks like your everyday middle schooler, but once he steps foot on the track, the king comes out.
I belong here because I'm made of running and made of everything. Because God gave me a gift, I'm going to use it, and I'm not going to sit here and goof around.
The fastest middle schooler in the nation attends Burns Middle School in Owensboro and runs track for Apollo High School despite being almost 5 years younger than some of his opponents. And King's love for the sport and speed on the track is something that comes naturally. His grandfather winning 3 state titles while running for Henderson County, and that drive and passion for the sport has passed down to multiple generations.
Track has really been a big part of our family, and he helped me win 2 national championships and 5 state championships. I won 100 twice for the state of Kentucky, the 200 meters. I won two national championships in Columbus, Ohio, and Boston, Massachusetts.
King's grandfather Keith and his father Casey still holding records at Henderson County and Owensboro High School respectively. And the legacy of his elders drives King to be the best on the track.
I want to break my dad's record, 6:57. I think about that every time. I want to beat it, but when I get older, I'm going to beat it.
And now, we take you from the track to Fernwood Cemetery, where King finds peace and motivation outside of sports.
I came out here, and when I was 6 years old, me and my dad and my mom came out here, stand on it, and I was doing a pose, and right then I knew. And I seen Sam King, and that's when I started doing track.
King named after his great-great-grandfather, who the family says started the tradition of speed. This year, King ran the second fastest 60-meter dash ever recorded for a middle schooler and is the fastest recorded middle schooler ever in the state of Kentucky. But beyond the records, one thing holds strongest for the Cumbest clan.
When I'm in a track meet, I think about my dad. I think about my papa, my dad, Sam King, family.
So yeah, this is all about family. Sports is a great thing, but family's more important.
King's goal this year is to be the first 7th grader to ever qualify for the high school state championships in Kentucky. And eventually, he wants to use his speed on the football field at Alabama. Jake Thomas, 44 News. Say hello to Joe Humphreys, a highly touted quarterback for the Davis County Panthers, who's throwing for more than 320 yards a game and has led his Panther squad to the number 4 ranking in 6A. But just a few years ago, this potential Mr. Football was off the field, focusing on basketball.
We were disappointed to see that Joe had chosen not to play middle school football, so we stayed in contact with him as soon as he walked through the into the halls of Davis County. We talked to him about playing football again, and we sure are glad that he came out.
Joe led his freshman squad to an 8-0 record just months after picking up a football again. And by his sophomore year, he was the head man for the Panthers. But it wasn't until years of practice with his Panther coaches till he became the D1-bound quarterback he is today.
Sometime in my junior year, I'd been getting a little talk from some smaller schools, and so that kind of piqued my interest of wanting to play college football. And then after my junior year, I got an offer from Eastern Kentucky, and then after that, they just started rolling in.
And Joe's now leading the state in passing yards and passing touchdowns, with more than 3,000 yards through the air and 52 total touchdowns. And this on-field excellence has been passed down from father to son.
I did coach him, and so I taught him what I knew about football, and I always kind of specialized with working with quarterbacks, and I enjoy that. And got him to this point where I let the experts take over.
And his dad helping his son off the field too, creating a Twitter page for Joe where he posts all of his highlights and reaches out to coaches all over the nation.
It means the world. I'm super blessed and lucky to have a dad like that not only will cheer me on in my games and whatnot, but will go the extra mile and cut out time of his day to help me get better.
And that Twitter page paying dividends. Joe's now gotten offers across the nation from schools like Army, New Mexico, and Temple, and he's expecting more as the year goes on. Joe says he's excited for college and would love to win the honor of Mr. Football. But right now, he's focused on one thing, leading his team and this dominant class of seniors through the playoffs for a chance to win Davis County's first ever state championship.
We're taking it one game at a time as of now, but obviously we'd like to win district, region, and state championship in that order.
And you can catch Joe and the rest of his Panther squad as they take on McCracken County tonight at 7 p.m. for their first playoff matchup. Reporting in Owensboro, Jake Thomas, 44 News. 4-3 record. More than 6,000 yards and 75 touchdowns. Those stats give you a glance into the dominance that Gavin Wimsatt has displayed on the field for Owensboro High School. But it wasn't all roses for the star quarterback when he began his career as a Red Devil in 2019.
Our second game, it was a big game. I threw a pick for the game, so it definitely kind of humbled me and just helped me grow. I just didn't want to feel that feeling again. I hate losing.
That early loss in Gavin's career proved to be a learning point for the young gunslinger, and a key reason why he remains so humble and hungry to get better.
He wants us coaching him. He wants us holding him accountable. If he's got a skill down 99%, not quite perfect, he wants us to help push him to be as close to perfect as he can possibly be.
Gavin's skills on the field and his drive for perfection, drawing a top 100 ranking from 24/7 Sports and eyes from all over the nation. Offers from powerhouse programs like Oregon, Louisville, Kentucky, Notre Dame, and TCU. But ultimately, the dual-threat quarterback decided to create his own path, foregoing hometown offers to the criticism of many unwarranted online comments and committing to the rising Scarlet Knights of Rutgers.
Coach Yano and Coach Gleason, the whole coaching staff of Rutgers, great people, great coaches. They have a plan, and coming in with the guys I'm with and competing for a national championship, because that's what we want to do. That's our main goal.
And though Gavin did receive criticism for committing to a school out of state, he focused on the positive and wants to be a representative for the Bluegrass.
I just want to put Owensboro on the map so that we have a lot of talent here, and because we get overlooked a lot being in Kentucky, and I think we have a lot of talent. We can do something with it.
Gavin will play his senior year of football for OHS in the fall before heading to New Brunswick in 2022. And he said he plans to bring a state championship back to Owensboro before he leaves. Reporting in Owensboro, Jake Thomas, 44 News.